So you're an independent Bandlab studio artist. You've managed to produce a decent sounding beat, and since you only have a phone, you have to record the vocals directly into the speaker. So you watched 100 tutorials and followed all the advice. You turn off the fan. You wait till the air conditioning cuts off. You go under a blanket in the closet. You use 2 fingers to block plosives. And it still sounds like it was recorded on an airline cockpit. Well, what if I told you that just these 3 plugins could actually make them sound decent? This video is for you. Welcome to Bandlab University. My name is Prince KJ, and let's hop right into this tutorial. All right, so number 1, every time you mix a vocal, you're approaching a whole different beast. New song, different. New voice, different. New device, different. New speakers, different. New microphone, different. Mixing depends heavily on your ears, but if you're on a phone, you're not even getting the real audio the way the software picks it up. Listen to this 808. If you're on a phone, you probably can't hear them at all. And if you're on headphones, that was probably the loudest thing in this video. Neither are the actual 808 sound in the software. Discrepancies like this will literally prevent you from mixing anything well. Presets are not going to save you. You need to get a good set of speakers to develop your skills as a mixing engineer. At least I did. That being said, here's a cheat code to help you follow along with this tutorial going forward. So my setup is a little unorthodox because I actually start out with a PreSonus PD70 microphone. That's actually a podcast microphone, so it's not usually for vocal recordings, but it works perfectly fine. And then that travels from an XLR cable into a Focusrite 2i2 connected directly into my laptop, which has Bandlab queued up with a vocal track. Here are some vocals recorded properly with no effects. I'm never gonna stop until God says it's over. And in the end, I pray to hear the words, good and faithful servant. Yeah, I feel on my own whenever I'm broken, frozen. But I know I'm chosen. I know I'm chosen. I'm never gonna stop until God says it's over. And in the end, I pray to hear the words, good and faithful servant. Ooh. And in the end, I pray to hear the words, good and faithful servant. Good and faithful servant. There we go. Alright, so that's how I record my vocals now in my room. These mattresses right here are for insulation. That mattress over there is for insulation. And it's perfect for getting crispy, tight vocals with no echo in the background. I even put my clock over there off of the wall so that it wouldn't get in the background. These vocals are clear at a decent volume, so when you're following along during the different stages, you want your vocals to sound as close to this as possible. And in the end, I pray to hear the words, good and faithful servant. I'm never gonna stop until God says it's over. And in the end, I pray to hear the words, good and faithful servant. All right, let's go. I actually borrowed my brother's phone for this video to guarantee that the vocals would be trash. What's up? No industry producer in their right mind would ever use a device like this, but I'm not one of those. I'm gonna break this whole tutorial down into 3 simple steps, the 3 C's. Clean, correct, and get creative. Cleaning, that's getting rid of the background noise, popping that could be involved, line the vocals up to where they match up with the beat, get rid of breaths in between. This is just making sure that you have good raw material to move forward with in the mixing process. Step 2 is correcting. That's make the quiet parts louder, the loud parts quieter. Very importantly is EQ, that's boosting certain frequencies and ducking some frequencies, just trying to make it sound balanced and nice. De-essing, that's getting rid of sibilants and S sounds like that. All of this is just to make the vocal sound listenable. Then the 3rd step is get creative. That's adding distortion, echo, auto-tune, stuff that makes it sound more artistic. So right now we're about to go through all 3 of these steps and you can follow along. And again, this may not apply. Everyone's vocals are gonna be different. All right, so here's the vocals as of right now that I recorded on my brother's phone. I did not use headphones. This does not sound good right now. Let's see. I feel on my own whenever I'm broken, frozen. But I know I'm chosen. Golly. So this is also a bit of a challenge for me because I know I can make this sound good, but I have never actually mixed his vocals before. Let's see what we can do. Hey, so this video was just giving you a framework for how to clean up trash vocals and the process I use. In the next video, I'm gonna be walking you through step by step how I clean some trash vocals to make them sound listenable. However, if you don't have trash vocals that you're trying to mix and you just wanna get something that sounds professional, you can go to the link in the description and get my personal vocal chain that I use on almost everything nowadays. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comment section and I'll catch you in the next video.